Welcome to another hot sauce review with your YouTube person, me, Jelly-John, and something I'm pretty excited about because it's just an interesting situation when you have like an underground, New York DJ going by the name Queen Majesty, also making like what seems to be legit hot sauce. Like, I'm kind of intrigued by that combination because that's cool, doing what you want to do even while you're doing what you want to do. But anyway, this is Queen Majesty, red habanero, black coffee, and I'm intrigued because the first ingredient is coffee infused white vinegar, and followed by onions, red bell peppers, red habanero, apple cider vinegar with mother, which brings to mind brag, balsamic vinegar, garlic, ginger, olive oil, salt, and spices. And so, yeah, like balsamic vinegar, apple cider vinegar, red bell peppers, coffee, habaneros, garlic, ginger. I couldn't give you the first idea of what this is actually going to taste like. I mean, I could name these things. That's the best I could do, because it just to think of this is, I'm impressed by that. Let me test one up. Ooh. So first and foremost, you get habanero and the vinegar tart, but the coffee's there. Like, it's not like cup of coffee, but it's like a underneath kind of earthy, roasty aroma. That's interesting smelling. And I'll be perfectly honest with you, I'm a little bit skeptical. Oh, it's chunky too. Look, I'm a little bit skeptical of the flavor combination, and not because I don't trust, Queen Majesty, but more just, super creative stuff is like that. You're just like, really? And then you go in and you realize that it's a great idea, or not. It has a really nice, like, salsa-like look to it. Lots of little chunks of what I presume to be roasted pepper, or maybe coffee grounds, but probably not. It smells great. It smells like a good table salsa. Like, you can smell the habanero. You can smell the tang of the two vinegars, and then underneath you just get the sense that there's a lot of stuff. And as you smell it, you can kind of say, "Oh, I think that's balsamic," and I think that's that fermented, smell. I think that's ginger. But it's just, there's so much going on. It's hard to take in at once. There's many things. It's got a pretty good little kick. This is good. Like, it gets interesting such that I'm even distracted from talking to you, and I'm sitting in front of a camera, which is, it's odd to get distracted doing that. But all the while it's dangling these little flavors around in your senses. Like, it never stops being habanero, and it never stops being, hot sauce. So you have this nice undertone of the roots of hot sauce the whole time. So it's not, my concern was that this was going to be more of like an intellectual exercise than actually a hot sauce. So it's going to be more, look what can be done with hot sauce. And I think of like bravado, ghost pepper, and blueberry as like a pushing the outside of the envelope, kind of exploring the space hot sauce. And this isn't, and I thought it was going to be, and I'm not disappointed. This is first and foremost serious about being like something you eat, and eat, regularly. I really like the chunkiness, and when you have a big bite of it, you can discern texture. Like, a lot of hot sauce is pure, smooth, and if it's creamy enough, that can be really pleasurable. And then there's the middle, and this is the other way, where it's chunky enough. It's not just a little chunky, like, it's chunky. And it's chunky enough to be really enjoyable, because you can kind of bite down on little bites of things to eat, especially when you eat it, neat like this. I can chew on a little bit of pepper. I can chew on a little bit of, probably the onion is the texture I'm getting. And as you go through the bite, you get the different stuff. I get the bell pepper. I get the onion. The habanero, very much, emphasized by that sweet red bell pepper taste. The stuff underneath, the ginger, the balsamic, I'd be a liar if I said I could, boom, there it is, point my finger at it. But I feel like it all builds this nice, one of my favorite things about hot sauce is the aroma you get after. You know, you've swallowed, there's nothing in your mouth, and then there's just like radiant pain and aroma that are tangled together. And I really like a hot sauce that can give me something interesting on the back end of that. And there's like Yucateco Black Label, which is just that. There's not much going on up front to write home about. And at the end, you get this really cool aroma of like campfire. This is excellent because it delivers on both ends, and that's tough. It delivers up front with this great hot sauce taste, peppers, onions, garlic, things you know, tang, and then also interesting little accents to that. And then at the end, or normally you'd just be left with heat. You know, let's be honest, most hot sauces just don't leave you with a whole lot afterwards. You've got like a lot of interesting aromas after. And most of the black coffee at the very end, and the farther you go into the after aroma, the more you get the coffee. And so it's like an interesting baritone underneath the whole thing. I feel like I haven't talked about too many hot sauces this much unless they were novelty heat. This one's hot, but it's you could have like a realistic amount of this on your food and you'd be okay, you know, to continue eating and have a normal night. But dude, this is really good. Like I'm very impressed because I was expecting an intellectual exercise to show me, you know, what I could be doing with my hot sauce. But instead what I got was something that I really want to eat, and I think that would be good on food. If you got fajitas that you did outside, I think this is going to be right there because you get that char taste from the coffee to go with the char from the grill. I think, honestly, this is not far off of, other than price, of being really good as a table sauce with chips to sit and eat because it has like all the qualities I look for in like a really nice table salsa. Yep. So I happened on this by accident. I found it at a specialty store in Austin called Tears of Joy. I was looking for something else, and here was this, and I thought, okay, I've heard good things. It's got a nice, really beautiful label. But if you see it, and you want something that, there's a lot of hot sauces you buy to have the experience of eating it, and then they don't give you much after that. They're either too hot, or too weird, or not interesting enough, or not good enough, or whatever. You just don't end up finishing them. I feel like this is when you could finish this bottle, and then when you were done, you would go looking for the next one, because it's not as crazy as it looks. This is brilliant. There's so much stuff in there to paint just this really nice, delicious picture that, yeah. Red Habanero Black Coffee, Queen Majesty hot sauce. I'll put a link in the description. Go get it. Really, really good. Really, really, really good. And yeah, put it on anything that goes in a tortilla. Really. And if you ever have grilled chicken, charred type chicken, right there. But all kinds of other things too, I'm sure. Really delicious. Love it. Queen Majesty, Red Habanero, Black Coffee. That's quite enough of gushing about this one. Thanks for watching. Be back with even more.